is risk management? Okay. It is an organization managed active crisis through risk management, which is a deliberate procedure. A crisis defined as a period of difficulty or danger, and it's typically characterized. Organizations can adapt more quickly to deal with a crisis if they have a strategy in place that defines the process of managing a crisis. Did you get it? Okay, let's move on. Tour operators must understand how to manage hazard in the tourism industry. You'll be able to decide on the most important course of action if you know which potential crisis would have the most unfavorable impact. As demonstrated in the example below, because crises often strike when we least expect it, it's crucial to have risk management plan in place that lays out the procedures to follow when the event occurs. To ensure that all tourism stakeholders understand what the plan entails, it should be developed using a clear procedure. Mitigation, preparedness, response, and recovery are considered crucial core step processes to properly handle a crisis when it occurs. Number 1. Have a risk management process in the place before a crisis, because it is critical to conduct thorough inventory and analysis of potential risk scenarios. During a crisis, a risk management process seeks to reduce the uncertainty of action steps. Looking ahead and being fully prepared can help you avoid losses, while also putting you in a safe position to take advantage of the situation. Conducting a SWOT analysis of your company is a valuable business tool. And focusing on the threats will help you identify the potential issues. There are no two crises alike, and some destinations will be more vulnerable to specific crises than others. You should do a risk analysis and create a list of potential crises. Based on those that have occurred in your region or country in the past that are likely to occur again. Include any occurrence that you think might happen based on your understanding of the area and other variables. Earthquakes, volcanic eruptions, tsunamis, floods, storms, and other extreme weather events. For example of natural disaster, tourists were purposely being targeted in bombings in Sri Lanka and Thailand, as an example. The most likely crises are health-related occurrences, such as pandemic and epidemics. Economic crisis, financial catastrophes, such as the global economic crisis of 2008 and 9, which resulted in the 4% decline in foreign tourist arrivals, have a substantial impact on the tourism industry. However, by 2010, tourism had made a strong comeback. COVID-19's effects are anticipated to exacerbate the global economic crisis. Analyze and evaluate risk. Risk analysis entails estimating the possibility of crisis and its potential effects. You'll be able to decide on the most important course of action if you know which potential crisis would have the most unfavorable impact. As demonstrated in the example below, you may develop a matrix for each risk point that assesses and scores the likelihood of an event occurring, as well as the possible outcome. Risk. There are a lot of risk management tactics that you can use. The first one is reduce the risk. If a danger cannot be totally removed, action should be done to reduce it by implementing initiatives such as appropriate safety standards, before doing business with you. Most European tour operators insist that your suppliers have properly liability insurance. The fourth one is retain the risk. This often refers to acknowledging that little hazards do occur in the course of business on a very regular basis and being able to manage it appropriately. For adventure tourism providers, risk management is critical since they must assure that safety of their guests who may participate in high-risk activities. The fifth one is communicate and consult. One of the most critical aspects of risk management is being visible and in touch with your stakeholders. Customers and suppliers are all stakeholders, and important risk communications to all of them must be honest, factual, and dependable. Maintain a controlled and calm tone in your discussion and avoiding sound rush or panic. Health risks such as the 2020 worldwide coronavirus pandemic, environmental calamities such as earthquakes and floods, political chaos, and terrorist attacks are all examples of crises. The tourist industry, destinations, and tour operators all face major dangers as a result of such hazard and crisis. In the hotel sector, there are typical suspects when it comes to workplace danger and risks that are common to our profession. Most hospitality establishments, including hotels, have these hazards. They essentially need to be handled to guarantee that we decrease the danger of injury to staff in particular, as well as patrons and guests, in order to avoid public liability issues. In today's regulatory environment, a hotel simply must recognize that identifying and mitigating health and safety risks is an unavoidable expense of doing business. Manual handling. 50% of all injuries in the hospitality industry occur while doing manual handling jobs. Musculoskeletal injuries are those that cause discomfort or trauma in your back, knees, elbows, arms, and other joints. The nature of our industry's repetitive job might cause muscle strain, either immediately or over time. When new employees join your company, make sure they receive a true induction that includes theory, practical, and on-the-job training on how to safely complete their assigned job. Consider how you should organize your work environment to decrease the need for instances of lifting, moving, and carrying stuff. Keg lifters, hand trolleys, pallet jacks, cart and corkage. Trolleys are examples of mechanical aids. Make sure to use it. One of the secrets to avoiding back or muscular pain is to lift a load correctly. Using your legs rather than your back, hang and keeping the item close to your body. Hazardous chemical. Most hazardous chemicals used in hotel context are cleaning agents. The kitchen will generally use heavy-duty oven and grill cleaner. I'll give some tips when using or handling chemicals. When handling or using hazardous chemicals, wear personal protective equipment such as gloves, a face mask, long-sleeve clothing, and respirator, if required. When not in use, store chemicals safely and securely. Do not keep chemicals in food or drinks containers, and make sure they are properly labeled. Ensure that where hazardous chemicals are stored and handled, safety data sheets are available, as this contains safety advice and chemical facts. Carbon dioxide gas. In the hospitality industry, food-grade carbon dioxide is utilized for beverage distribution. This gas is odorless, inert, and as leaking across, carbon dioxide is heavier than air. It would pool on the floor and then ascend in the creek in the cellar. It would almost certainly be considered negligent in today's Sinerch ko pronunciation. Wait lang. This world of it. World of it.
Ano ulit natin?
In terms of gas, make sure that gas bottles are securely